in the corner. She proud to be fucking me, cause I'm stunting on her. It feels good to be fucking a real nigga on her. Ain't called in 2 days, gotta let her mind wander. But when she miss me, she called and tell me to jump on her. That's why I'm mind breaking off, cause she ain't.
I've been thinking, with all of these things going on in Nigeria, the threat of attack by the United States and the denial of genocide by Nigerian government, by paid Nigerians, and by, ignorant Nigerians who don't even know which direction the country's heading. Now, from my childhood, I remember, because my dad was a teacher in northern Nigeria. I've told you guys on this channel several times that Nigeria is essentially divided into two, not geographically but culturally. The up northern part of Nigeria is majority predominantly Muslims, and the southern part is predominantly Christians. And although we are one country, but our cultures are essentially different. So I've not thought about this for quite a long time, because I'm somebody that I don't occupy my mind. I don't saturate my mind with negative things that don't make sense to me, things that bring me sadness. I don't waste time with it. So for a very long time, I've not thought about this until now that this thing is happening in Nigeria, this Islamic terrorist genocide, all of this nonsense that's happening in Nigeria. I'll tell you this, my dad being a teacher those days, from the 70s to 80s, my dad was a teacher in northern Nigeria, and we essentially grew up there. So there are so many instances that, although I was a kid then, a young child, not really infant, but a child then, I remember vividly that we had to move houses quickly, we had to move. There was one time we just left everything overnight, and then we came back, about some time later, we came back. Now this was due to threats of Islamic terrorists. Now, if you are a Nigerian or somebody in West Africa, you must have heard of the Meitatsine sect. This was an era, a period where Islamic. Islam is an okay religion that is being practiced by so many people around the world, but they also allow extremists to take over their religion, and then they use that religion to perpetrate crime. You hear them when they go killing people, maybe they behead people, they bomb places, they hear them say Allahu Akbar, which is I don't understand, because they are also Christian extremists, but I've never heard anybody say, oh, I killed this person in the name of Jesus, in the name of God. No, it's only Islam people that do it. So if the clerics or whoever is in charge of Islam has refused to speak up against this thing, it's very easy for the rest of us to attribute violence, religious violence. It's very easy for us to attribute that violence to your religion. Okay? Now, these people started going about in northern Nigeria then, harassing, chasing, and killing non-Muslims. I remember my dad as a teacher, we had we didn't live at some point then, I think we didn't live amongst other villagers or amongst the locals. We had a teacher's quarters where my dad and other teachers lived. Now I remember sometimes that maybe on weekends, because these other teachers, they come from neighboring communities, but we came all the way from south to the northern Nigeria. So on weekends we just us. So on weekends, when these people have gone, it's just myself and my brothers. we'll just be playing. We don't have anybody to play, but we just play amongst us, you know. So there was this one time when this Metasine crisis started. My mom and my younger brother, my dad put them in the train, sent them back home to southern Nigeria. So it was just me and my dad, because we didn't want to go everybody, not to draw attention to ourselves. This is what my dad later told me. So it was just me and my dad. The rest, my brother and my mom, went back. So I didn't know, like I said, I was a child. I didn't know what was happening. I just knew we went to somewhere called Gumel. By the way, I grew up and my dad was in Hadejia. Those of you know the Nigerians who understand where that is. Hadejia, the present day capital of Jigawa State. So we left. Overnight, we just heard that, okay, they were coming. I don't even know how my dad took me. We just left. I just saw myself that we were in somewhere Gumel, very, not far away, but, you know, miles away from our house. We were there. And then at some point, my dad left. I heard that he left. In Gumel, it was another teacher, but it's like a Hausa teacher. So my dad went in. So it was like my dad was trying to, you know, he stood out. So in order not to draw attention, my dad left me in Gumel with these people and went back to Hadejia. My dad sought refuge in the palace of the Emir of Kano. Emir of Hadejia. So I was there. I didn't even know for quite a while. I didn't know where my dad was, where my brother was. I didn't know where everybody was, where my parents were. But I was here. So I think I have trauma, some type of useless religious trauma that I've not recovered from. Okay? But the thing is that after a while, my dad came back and took me. We now were in the Emir's palace in Hadejia for some days before we were able to go back home. So what we did was, before my brother didn't come back then. So even when it was time for my brother to come back, my mom didn't come back. It was only my brother that my uncle brought back to us. So it was just me and my brother, because my mom was pregnant then with my younger brother, so she couldn't come back. So it was just my brother came so that he could start school. You understand? So I'm saying this to say that a lot of Nigerians who are denying that, oh, there is no genocide, there is no Islamic violence. You know, like I said, I have forgotten about these things, but with all of this denial that is happening in the Nigerian sector, or in the Nigerian, you know, media, I have to say that I suffered this thing. I've experienced it. My dad experienced it. My family experienced it. So this idea that, oh, there is no genocide, there is no, you even hear pastors who are being paid. Pastors who are being paid because Nigerians do not support anything except there's money as exchange hands, except there's money involved. So you see Nigerian pastors, some of these Nigerian pastors, some of them belong to the tribe of the president. Because the president is from their tribe, they will never criticize him for failure to deploy troops, our Nigerian army, to go fight these terrorists. You have other Nigerians online here who have refused to criticize their president. The guy has sunk us into poverty. When he became president, we were not like this. Okay? But because of tribalism, because of religion, I've stated several times here that if there is a way that God can abandon, either God, Jesus, or Muhammad, whoever these Nigerians believe in, can abandon Nigeria for like a month or two, so that Nigerians will know that there is no external entity, there is nobody that is coming to help. You can pray and fast day and night. God can help you individually, but as a collectively, as a country, it will never happen. It is your responsibility to elect a good leader that will represent you. But you Nigerians over the years have failed to elect a good leader. You elect your oppressors. Your oppressors keep you hungry. At the end, during election, they will come and give you stipends. They give you 5 cups of rice and maybe 5,000 naira or 2,000 naira. All of you will stand in line and vote for them. That's why so many times here I have zero sympathy for you. I have zero sympathy for you. Because tell me what part of our educational system is functioning well. Our healthcare, tell me what part is functioning properly. Okay? Security-wise, tell me how we are doing. Okay? Because you guys hate the truth, especially if it's being told by a Nigerian, a fellow guy, a fellow human being that has refused to drink the Kool-Aid that you guys have drank in that country. A Nigerian like me that will say, you guys hate it. Because you know it's true, but because you refuse, it's like somebody saying the things that you wish you said, but you cannot say it because you are cowards. You are fucking cowards. Now, this is an opportunity for you, Nigerians, to speak up against your president, to speak up against, now that Trump says he's going to send troops to Nigeria. I wish all of you will now say, okay, our president, put pressure on him. Up till today, our president has not sent extra troops to go fight terrorists. If Trump decides to invade Nigeria tomorrow, you guys will say, oh, he's going to come, he's coming for our resources. They are coming for, what resources? What have you benefited? What have you motherfuckers benefited? What from the resources? What have you benefited? Nothing. You've benefited nothing. You say, oh, they're coming for our resources. Let them come. Let them come. Name the resources you have in Nigeria and how much you have benefited from it since independence. Put Nigeria alongside other countries that got independence in the same time. Maybe countries in Africa and Southeast Asia. Where are they and where are we? You guys sit down and play identity politics. You play religious politics. You play tribal politics. Meanwhile, countries like, should I say, Singapore, they blended. They are one of the greatest countries on earth now. But you guys will sit down there. Politicians will come and eat your money, destroy your economy, destroy your environment, destroy your way of life. You guys will keep quiet. The only thing you do is go to church and ask God and ask an invisible God to come down and help you. Okay? Because I know that if God makes himself known, makes him appears physically to you guys will not be able to ask God what you want. The anonymity of Christ being invisible gives you a cover. Because you will not be questioned. Because you will not be challenged. You have been given everything. But you still want an invisible person to come. If Christ or whoever you pray to manifest himself today, you guys will still be cowards. You will not be able to ask simple questions. You will not be able to challenge. You will not do anything. You know, I can easily be like other Nigerians and don't care about these things because I have so many friends here, Nigerians. They don't care what happens. They are out of Nigeria. They are out of Nigeria. They don't care. You understand? But for me, I remember that there were times in Nigeria while I was growing up. Nigeria was better than what it is today. That's why I always long for us to go back to that time. But with this crop of ignorant people we have, 80% of our population is ignorant people. 95% of Nigerians are waiting for rapture, waiting for God to come and take them to that promised land where there's milk and honey, where they won't have to do anything. You see how lazy you are? Absolute rubbish. Where's my music? Let me play my music and get out of here, because it's a waste of time. Okay, it's a waste of time trying to deal with Nigerians, but I'll keep on talking.